Today topic is cardiovascular system. System which pumps blood from the heart to the lungs to get oxygenated is cardiovascular system. First topic is hemodynamic. Hemo means blood. Dynamic means rate or motion. Hemodynamics is the study of physical and physiological principles of blood flow in the body. It includes the circulation of blood through the heart and other parts of the body. Hemodynamics helps understand blood pressure, cardiac output, and vascular resistance. It is essential for diagnosing and treating cardiovascular diseases. Next is hemodynamic principles. 1. Blood flows from high pressure to low pressure. Here, blood flows from areas of high pressure, arteries, to areas of low pressure, veins. 2. Flow is proportional to pressure gradient. The greater the pressure difference, the greater the flow. 3. Resistance affects flow. Increased resistance, example due to vasoconstriction, decreases flow. Now, steps of blood flow. Step 1. Deoxygenated blood from the body returns to the right atrium through the superior vena cava. Step 2. The right atrium contracts and blood flows into the right ventricle. Step 3. The right ventricle contracts. Blood is pumped to the lungs. Step 4. In the lungs, blood picks up oxygen and releases carbon dioxide through the process of gas exchange. Step 5. Oxygenated blood from the lungs returns to the left atrium. Step 6. The left atrium contracts and blood flows into the left ventricle. Step 7. Blood is pumped to the body. The left ventricle contracts. Blood is distributes from to the rest of the body. Some key components. Cardiac output, CO. The volume of blood pumped by the heart per minute. Stroke volume, SV. The volume of blood pumped by the heart per beat. Heart rate, HR. The number of beats per minute. Blood pressure. The force exerted by blood on the vessel walls. Vascular resistance. The opposition to blood flow in the vessels. Heart's hemodynamic function. Right heart receives deoxygenated blood from the body and pumps it to the lungs. Left heart receives oxygenated blood from the lungs and pumps it to the body. Regulation of hemodynamics. Autonomic nervous system regulates heart rate, contractility, and vascular tone. Hormonal regulation. Hormones like adrenaline and vasopressin influence hemodynamics. Electrophysiology of heart. The electrophysiology of the heart refers to the study of the electrical properties and activities of the heart. The heart electric system produces a signal that regulates the timing of heartbeat. These systems create a natural electric impulse that coordinates contraction of heart's different parts, which keeps blood flowing and generates heartbeat. The electrophysiology is also known as invasive cardiac electrophysiology test that evaluate the heart electric activity. Step of how heart beats. Node fires. Electrical impulse starts. Atria contract. Blood flows into ventricles. Loop, sound. Tricuspid and mitral valves close, producing the first heart sound. Ventricles contract. Ventricles contract, blood pumped out. Dub, S2. Aortic and pulmonary valves close, producing the second heart sound. Relaxation. Heart muscle relaxes, refills with blood. Electrical conduction system. How signals are transferred. SA node. Sinoatrial node. The natural pacemaker of the heart, located in the right atrium, generates electrical impulses 60 to 100 beats min. AV node. Atrioventricular node. Relays electrical impulses from the atria to the ventricles, introducing a delay to allow for proper ventricular filling. Bundle of His. A group of specialized fibers that transmit electrical impulses from the AV node to the ventricles. Bundle branches. Divide into left and right bundle branches, transmitting impulses to the ventricles. Purkinje fibers. Terminal branches of the conduction system, stimulating ventricular muscle contraction. Cardiac action potentials. Phase 0. Depolarization. Sodium channels open. Rapid influx of sodium and calcium ions into the cell, causing the membrane potential to become positive. Phase 1. Initial repolarization. Sodium channels close. Potassium channels open. Transient decrease of sodium and calcium conductance, causing a small outward current of potassium ions. Phase 2. Plateau. Sustained balance of calcium influx and potassium efflux, maintaining the membrane potential at a high level. Phase 3. Repolarization. Calcium channels close. Potassium efflux increases. Rapid increase of potassium conductance and decrease of calcium conductance, restoring the membrane potential to a negative value. Phase 4. Resting potential. Stable state of low sodium and calcium conductance and high potassium conductance, resulting in a negative membrane potential of about minus 90 MV. Key players. Sodium channels. Responsible for depolarization, phase 0. Potassium channels. Responsible for repolarization, phases 1, 2, and 3. Calcium channels. Contribute to plateau phase, phase 2.